You see it.
What's up, man? How's it going?
How's it going?
Mike.
Beto. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Mike. So, I think the biggest thing, I think that was fire, bro. I really appreciate it. Like this shit, like fucking dope. Like, the vibe with like having you doing all the behind the scenes shit.
Well,
And then, yeah, I think it's just so dope. I think the juicy parts for the behind the scenes is like maybe pre-show, it's like here, and then the intermission.
Yep.
And then, so you was doing like DJ Vlad style, huh? Like with Troy.
Yeah.
You was doing like DJ Vlad style, like
Yo.
just sitting, just
sitting on the side, just listen to the second end of the conversation.
Right.
I had to like cut a couple times because like my show was starting to die out.
No, you're good, bro. Yeah. So I like I don't care how pretty it looks like on yours, bro. I want it to look all ugly and shit. And no, for real, I'm not even lying. Like I'll tell you too, but like the reason why I want this shit to look like kind of like this, right? Because I want people to be like, yo.
Like, it's real.
You motherfucking do this shit.
Yeah.
You know me?
Facts.
I bet that's what do you do, bro?
I'm a professional bike rider, man. I'm a stunt rider. Ride for yeah, for real. I pop wheelies, I do tricks, the whole thing.
X Games shit, or what do you mean?
Not like the X Games whole thing like that. I just, on a 29-inch BMX bike, pop wheelies. I'm ride for 2 teams, ride for the Raw Runners, and I ride for the Cruisers. I've been around the world, not fully yet, but around the states.
Okay,
Been to New York, Miami.
Okay.
Where to next?
Yeah, we're to next. Tycoon's podcast. Where we at?
Tycoon's podcast. You see what's going on? We're
Tycoon
plugged in.
Tactics. You know what Team Fight Tactics is?
I've heard of it before. And I've watched a couple of podcasts, so I'm a little familiar.
And like a Team Fight Tactics is a League of Legends kind of deal.
Oh, I didn't know what that. Nah.
Because it's like it's funny because a lot of people don't realize this because League of Legends is like one of the biggest esports industries right now.
Okay.
It's like there's like a lot of big players like was investing into it. Like Jack was investing into it. Rick Fox.
Okay. That's like PC, right?
Yep. PC,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then they made like a little a side game to their thing. It's like a tactical chess kind of deal. They called it Team Fight Tactics.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's clever. That's clever.
Yeah.
And it's the Bay Area, so it's Mac Dre, Tycoon.
Yep.
This is dope. I like this.
So that's your team right here, your Cruisers?
Yeah, this is one of the teams that I ride for, the Cruisers. They're out of San Jose.
And you rather be shredding?
Yeah, I'd rather be shredding. That's my brother's brand, Street Snow.
Okay.
You can see it on the side right here.
Street Snow?
Yeah, it's a snowboarding brand.
Okay.
Yeah, so if all the snowboarders, if you guys like to snowboard, hit up my bro, Street Snow 510 on Instagram.
Yo, my boy Beto's like one of the original fucking Tycoon ambassadors. Like outside after we fucking left Primerica, like he was one of the main like original motherfuckers. Like, yo, I'm supposed to support this shit. Yeah, you feel me? Like, alright, cool. Now we're on post.
I figured your boy just asked me like he wants to do like some dog whisperer stuff. Freaking Troy was like, how much you charge to film? There's some dog whisperer stuff. I was like, shit, I'm doing this for free for Angelo. Shit. Yeah, bro, I don't got no money right now.
Oh man, I got paid for this. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you got paid for this?
Definitely, I got paid a bag of chips and a smile. That's about it.
A smile, so you're gonna...
But that's the best thing ever. Can't ask for much. You got to be grateful for what you can get.
So what's this you got on the freaking mic? You got that like one of your stuff?
Nah, this is actually the team that I ride for, the Cruisers.
Okay.
It's like their big bandana, like a flag. Had to bless the mic real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Do a little something different.
It's all good. Yeah, I feel it.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Beto, give me all the tags, bro. Is it Beto G?
Yeah, Beto D.
Beto D, that's right.
You could tag the Roadrunners.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Roadrunners.
Oh,
That
shit.
sounds familiar. It ain't the freaking the running shoe store, is it?
Nah. That's
Is
my.
it the Road Runner?
Yeah, the Roadrunners with 2 S's.
There's, speaking of jury duty, like
Okay.
the other
And then
podcast, freaking I remember the last time I went to jury duty. They called me for jury duty.
The cruisers, it's like this. The _ cruisers.
Gotcha.
And then the last one. Street Snow 510.
Street.
Bear on
Welcome to Tycoon Tactics, Season 3, motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
And who do we got on episode, whatever it is?
Whatever it is, it's going to be a great one. It's Beto Swanks. You know what's going on.
Boom, boom, Beto Swanks. What brings you in, brother? What brings you in, man?
I'm just here to have a good time, play some chess.
Yeah, dog. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, bro, off your bike to come out here, play chess with me, bro.
Nah, definitely. I appreciate you having me.
I've been watching your rise on Instagram, bro. Just seeing you growing your following, seeing you growing the bike life community, bro. And I'm fucking with that shit. You feel me? Like I'm a fucking fan for real. I'm a motherfucking fan.
Hell
You feel
yeah,
me?
I
So
appreciate that.
like I definitely had to get you on the show and just interview you on kind of like what you're doing, bro.
Right.
This season, like we're doing things a little bit different. I was inspired by 2 things. The first one being this YouTube show where they eat chicken wings and answer questions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the second one being this book called Your Next 5 Moves.
Okay.
Right? It's basically inspired by like grandmasters in chess that can think up to 15 steps ahead.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
kind of like that application to like business or growing a brand and things like that, right? So we're gonna go through kind of like a few questions here. Let me just move these around. Let me see. There we go. So, boom. I think we got everything here. Let's make it happen, Captain. So, what's your name? Where you from, bro?
Let's see. My name is Beto, and I'm from Frisco. If a lot of people don't know where that is San Francisco, California.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And then, what industry are you in? Kind of, it's the same question.
I'm in the bike industry. I guess you could say stunt riding, BMX, freestyle. I don't know what you call it, but it's one hell of a time.
There we go. Cool. Awesome, man. So what was it like for you? What was it like for you growing up in your city, in your household, or in your family?
Growing up in the city, it's kind of cool. It's different. I actually grew up in San Francisco and I grew up in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So I spent time in both places.
Yeah.
And both environments are like really different.
Mm-hmm.
You got the city where it's like a lot of fast paced moving. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of more stuff going on. Whereas in like Pittsburgh, it's kind of more like slow. It's like a town.
Yeah.
It does stuff that like happens, but it's not like as often, or I guess you could say you don't see it as much.
Right.
Household wise, I mean, it was cool. I'm my only child, so it's kind of different, I guess. And I was only raised by my mom, so it's having to see her like work and struggle to, trying to just raise me as to be a man the best she can is kind of motivating. Motivated me to be like the person I am today.
That's big, bro. Who, and kind of like a part B to the question, who were like some other like huge significant people in your life growing up?
I'd have to say my uncle Pablo. He kind of played like a father figure, but also like a big brother. Any like trip that I went on as a kid, like as if it was Universal Studios, going to Mexico, Hawaii, like he always went. I I got like my loving for like comic books and DC and Marvel like from him. He's like a comic book geek. So he's like a big, person in my life that holds like value. Also my grandpa. He also like played like a big father figure in my life. Honestly taught me what, hard work and, what it is to have structure and foundation. That foundation is the most important thing you can have, because without a solid foundation, you're just going to crumble every single time.
That's big, bro. Absolutely, man. You definitely have to have like that solid support system behind you and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like good examples to look up to and shit. Because I mean, I don't think anybody can do it alone.
Nah, definitely, yeah, for real.
Yeah. Now I know you're a professional. You said stunt. What was it?
Professional stunt rider.
You're a professional stunt rider, bro.
Yeah.
But prior to being a professional stunt rider, what would you say was your most favorite job?
My most favorite
or
job.
What was your most favorite job or thing to do before being a professional stunt rider?
I'd have to say that's a tough one. I was really into like pictures, like photography, before I was like into bike riding, and I had a camera before I got into bike riding, and I used to take a lot of pictures, but I kind of stopped doing that once I got into riding. But with bike riding, you're able to go like to different places, and places that a car necessarily can't take you. So through that, I've been able to get back on my picture game, and it's been able to rekindle that flame that I've had like before bike riding.
That's big, man.
Nah, yeah.
And when would you say you do your best work?
I do my best work when I am under pressure. I'd have to say when I feel like my back is against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's my best, when my best time and the best me comes out. Or when I feel a sense of urgency to do something, even if I feel that it's gonna take like a long time to do it, the feeling of the sense of urgency that I need to get it done helps me kind of, keep me going.
Okay. And then check. What was the biggest lesson your career has taught you?
The biggest lesson my career has taught me, like the bike riding kind of sense, you'd say, that there's a lot of like smiling faces, like the old school song, smiling faces. That basically saying, there's a lot of people that'll smile in your face and show that, they're true, they like you. But behind closed doors, like there's just a lot of hate. And it just shows. But you can't really focus you can't focus on that, because you just get lost in it. Some people get lost in it. I don't. I feed off of it, and I use it. You got to kill them with kindness, and and that's what I feel like I'm great at doing.
And what traits or strengths would somebody need to be successful and be like a professional stunt rider? at your caliber? Because I think it's a little bit more than just that. Because I think you're also like a digital creator as well. People watch your video, they can invite you out. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
well, I guess what traits and strengths would someone need to have to be good at what you're doing right now?
Honestly, I think it really doesn't take much. People always ask me, like how you said, like digital creators. I have a friend that like always asks me, like, bro, how do you, like, your videos always look so good, like the effects and everything that you do on them. He's like, how do you do it? Like, what you do? I go, man, I literally just click through the app. Like, I sit there and just press a button and I see the effect. Okay, it looks cool. I press the next one, and it might take forever because you're going through hundreds of different effects, but at the end it becomes worth it because then you're putting something into your video that you like. And so one trait that I say that has to do with that is patience. That's a real big thing. If you're not patient, you're not gonna get anywhere. Even with tricks, like for me, let alone like just to Willie, it took me about like half a year. And I remember I was so mad. Like I would flip back, like straight on my back. I'd land on my feet so many times, and it just that's one trait that you would have to have is patience. The next one I'd say is you'd want to be like determined and motivated to want it, because you could say you want something, but in all reality, if you're not determined and motivated to get it, then it's never gonna happen. And lastly, I'll say the most important trait is just stay true to yourself and to who you are. Don't change for anything and for anyone, because it's not worth it. There's a lot of people that try to fit in just because it's like the fab, and try to ride other people's waves, and that's where they get kind of messed up. They don't want to ride their own lane. So I feel like that's a real big important thing what people should do is ride your own lane. Do what's right for you, and don't try what other people are doing. If something works for you, go with that, because that's working for you. What's working for you might not work for somebody else. So yeah, that's about it. Stay true to yourself, patience, and be motivated and determined. Yeah. You can be like me or even better, because there's people better than me.
For sure. Just like there's tons of better podcasters out there as well.
Yeah, right.
It's like, hell yeah, stay in your lane and know where you at.
Right.
Where are you in this puzzle? You feel me? What piece do you feel?
Nah, definitely.
Right. Speaking on kind of like the bike life, what we just spoke about, how did you even get into that, right? Oh, my bad.
Nah, you're good.
Boom.
Oh, he's coming for me. How I got into bike life. Let's see. If I remember correctly, I was at Sacramento State, and it was about my sophomore year there. And I remember, that summer I was looking at videos of this guy called RRD Blocks. He's from New York. He's basically like the king of bike life, people say. And I remember seeing his videos like, yo, this dude is crazy. He's going all through traffic. He's on his pegs and, basically doing things on his bike that nobody else has done that I've seen personally. And about a week or two later, I had a friend that I was going to Sac State with. He was like, yo, I met this guy. He rides bikes. He's going to come through. And I seen him on a 2016 fat PK Ripper bike. And he came through and he was wheeling. And I was like, damn, that's the sickest shit ever. Fuck, I want to do that, you know what I mean? And a week later, my dad got me a bike. Basically a 29-inch BMX bike, and I still have it to this day. The same bike that I first got. And ever since then, I never stopped riding. That was about in 2015, 2016. I took a break for about a couple years. And then about a year and a half ago, I got seriously into it again, and it's just taken off a different way that I've thought. It's honestly been amazing. shout out to my guy Scooter, man. If it wasn't for you, bro, I swear I wouldn't be in this bike life stuff.
Shout out Scooter. We're gonna get you on the podcast, Scooter. Hey Beto.
What's going on?
What do most people misunderstand about you?
I think what people mostly misunderstand about me is that they take my kindness for weakness. They think because I'm a real nice guy, or like I'm always smiling and trying to see the best out of people, that in a sense like I'm a pushover. But I'm not. And it's funny because like it's kind of like a bad trait, I guess I'll say, like for me, because I always will see like the good in people. Like even they can do wrong, I'll always see like, you know, this person has potential to be good. I can see it, you know. But I feel that, I don't know. That's a tough one. What was my bad? What was the question again?
Yeah. What do most people misunderstand about you?
Yeah, my kindness for weakness. That's definitely what it is. Sometimes I'm too nice, and they think that like they could just take advantage of it. And sometimes I let it happen, and I beat myself up about it. But you can't dwell on that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I try not to focus on, you know, what other people, misunderstand about me or what other people perceive about me. Because in all reality, like, other people's opinions, like, don't matter. At least in my eyes. I feel that if myself and how I move, like, in my head, if I think it's correct, then that's the best way I should go upon it. Will I take, like, what do you call it?
Criticism.
Constructive criticism. Yeah, I'll take that like all day. But sometimes people try to, play the role that like if I'm nice, then I'm just gonna let them say kind of like whatever they want. You know what I mean, or do whatever they want.
I think definitely. I agree with you. Growing up, I feel like I was more quiet and then I was also taught to just be nice to people, just be nice, say hi to people walking down the hall. Like I remember, like my grandparents telling me like say hi to people, right? like, and it's funny because I'm working, for an event right now, that's in like next week or so.
Okay.
And I'm doing security for it, and I'm a supervisor, and we have other supervisors that came from different places, and they I feel actually being nice is a strength here, okay? Because there's other supervisors come in and they're like, oh, I'm the big dick in the room, right? You gonna listen to motherfucking me and shit, and I'm just kind of like, whatever, right? Like, and I think, to me, I think you attract more bees with honey than vinegar.
Indeed.
And like, when I talk to my guards, I'm very nice. When shit happens, I talk to them and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, okay, you have to leave, or you didn't like what this person said. Well, what were you looking to happen? You know what I mean? How can we make this right by you and shit like that? Whereas like other supervisors be like, well, fuck you, go home. And it's like, that doesn't help nobody, And it's like to me, like being nice is like a strength. And then, because, bro, I think, like, how do you think people can take over countries and shit like that? Like, bro, you have to win people's hearts and shit. And
that's
you know
true.
what I mean?
You
like,
can't just, like, demand everything.
Yeah, you feel me? Like people got to know that you care and shit like that.
That's
and
true.
so, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, so I don't ever think being nice is ever a weakness. And it's funny that people do think that shit, bro. Because it's like, the most powerful motherfuckers is probably the most nicest motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people remember how the fuck you've made them feel, never what you said. You feel?
Right.
Let's see. So this show was inspired by fucking that show Hot Ones on YouTube where they eat chicken wings and shit. Let me ask you, first of all, what is your favorite flavored chicken wing? And are you a flats person or a drums person? Or are you that weird person that eats fucking boneless wings?
My favorite. My favorite. Yeah, I'd have to say Chris's Honey from Hot Sauce and Panko in San Francisco. If you guys never been there, you should go. And I am I don't know. That's a tough one. The flats and the drums, they're both equally got their pros and their cons. Yeah, I mean, not the chicken nuggets. There ain't no such thing as boneless wings. Right, I don't know what people are thinking. Nuggets. Those are nuggets. But I say I'm more of like a drum guy. Yeah, I don't,
drum guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm like a flats. Flats are cool, but I don't know. I kind of like holding my thing like as if it's a real leg, but it's like a little miniature one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You ever like watch those like speed eaters, like you know what I mean? Like, and they be like swallowing this shit. You feel me? Like they got like a technique.
Yeah, like I seen a video where a dude like he puts a chicken wing like inside his hand and like he smacks the end of it or something, and like the whole bone like comes off.
Right.
Like
it's just so crazy.
Yeah, like it's doing. When it comes down to that, it's like, all right, bro, like you're doing too much. It's a chicken wing, man. Like, but it's clever.
It is, man. It is. I think this may be our last question before we go to our intermission, bro. So let me make my move here. Check. Take me through your morning routine.
My morning routine.
How do you get your day started?
So the first thing I can make this move, can't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first thing I do when I wake up, honestly, just lay there for like about 5 minutes. I collect myself, and I, get a good stretch in. And I get up. I don't. Honestly, it's weird. A lot of people don't know this about me. I don't listen to no rap music usually till about 12. I've been doing that for like the past 2 weeks, and it's honestly been kind of cool. Like it's honestly been a lot. It's been different. Been kind of making my mood and the mornings a little different. So usually right when I wake up, this last week I've been putting Bob Marley on, and it's been like the coolest thing to wake up to. From there I take a shower. As I'm taking a shower, sometimes I have like a coffee going if I don't want to do like a quick one at work. I make like a pot for me and my mom's. From there, I get up, out the shower. Damn, what else do I do? Oh, I go out and I warm up the car while I wait for my uncle. Because my uncle lives right upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, my uncle Pablo. So I actually work with my uncle as well.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wait for him. And from there, like we go to work. We get to work early, so we kind of get to just chill or get our day started. But my morning routine really isn't, too much. Some days they're different than others with, the music. Like I said, I've been trying to do the no rap music before 12. But every Monday, it's like necessary for me. I have to listen to Mac Dre. Like right when I wake up, it's Mac Dre Mondays.
Oh, yeah.
That's like religiously for me for some reason. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much like all I do in the mornings. I keep it simple. I don't really like to make my mornings all difficult or have myself stressed in the morning,
Yeah.
I like to take it easy.
For sure, bro. For sure. Awesome, man. Well, shoot, that brings it right to our intermission, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. This is halftime. Bring out the motherfucking marching band.
What school you go to? What high school you go to?
Leadership in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you were out in Pittsburgh because of what?
My mom moved out. Well, my mom owned a house out there before I was born.
Oh, okay.
So I lived in the city for like a good amount of my life to like about first or second grade.
Okay.
And then I moved to Pittsburgh from there to like about like 8th grade.
Okay.
Like I was always back and forth like in the city and out of the city. So like I never really like left San Francisco.
Okay.
But once I got to high school, my mom was like, "You is not going to Pitt."
Why not?
Yeah, like at all.
You ain't go to Pitt?
Yeah, she didn't want me to go to Pitt. Like I don't know why. Like,
Wait, you didn't go to Pitt at all?
not at all.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you get it? It was Elbert, huh?
What?
How did you get it associated with Primerica? How do you?
Yeah, Elbert.
It was Elbert. How
Yeah.
did you?
How did I meet over through my cousin Ramon
Did he
and
go
my
to
aunt?
Pitt?
Yeah, and my aunt
Okay,
Maggie.
for sure. I was like wondering, what the fuck? Like,
Wait, so what year did you graduate high school?
2015.
Oh, he was young.
Yeah.
You were young, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, you said you went to Sac State?
Yeah,
Me too.
for like 2-3 years, and I got kicked out.
You got kicked out?
Yeah.
What you do?
Nothing. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you did
nothing
something.
really. Nah, it was like it had to do with like my bike shit. Really,
Okay.
like I had been like riding on campus, like with my speaker, like just on campus,
Okay.
literally like through campus and shit. And like I guess people were making complaints about me.
Okay.
And then one day, like I ran into some guy, and he like pushed me.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
So I reacted in a certain way, and then like come to find out like he was a teacher and like everything.
Okay.
Like, everything kinda, like,
What year was
spiraled.
that?
Shit, like 2019,
Okay,
2018.
Yeah, I was already gone by then.
It was years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't graduate college? You just started doing this bike thing?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing the whole bike thing like while I was in college too.
Okay. So all your money comes from like riding with the team?
Nah, like all my money comes from like I'm a mover.
Oh, you're a mover. Okay.
Yeah.
So the cruiser thing is on the side.
Yeah, so like the whole like bike thing, like that's like a hobby.
You know, so you don't get any money from that, like any kind
Nah,
of
like,
ad
I don't
revenue or like sponsorships or whatever.
Nah, I don't get like
Okay.
no money or nothing.
Okay.
But you know, I say I'm a professional because you know I am. You gotta believe what you are, what you want to be. You know what I mean?
well, shit, we back from fucking halftime, y'all. That was great. Give it up to the motherfucking marching band. Y'all did the old shit. Well, shit, we were back here, Beto D.
Yes, sir.
All right, with the cruisers. And we gonna get started like this. Let me see. Trying to make some noise here. Let's do this. What's your biggest failure and how did you learn from it?
My biggest
You gotta
failure.
make your move first.
You're right. Let's see. Let's go with damn it. Put that pawn right here. My biggest failure, I would have to say, is getting kicked out of college. I'll keep it 100. Because it could have been avoided. Now that I look at it, way down the line and really think about it, the whole situation and everything, like how it went about, could have been avoided. I say that's my biggest failure because I did have a chance to go back. I never chose not to. I did try to go back to city college in the city and try to do college again. But at the time, I just never had the motivation. And this is something I always think about. But it's also something that I feel that has made me. So I really don't think about it as a failure, I think of it as a lesson more, as a failure. Because out of that, I've grown so much. I feel that if that didn't happen and I didn't fail that way, that I wouldn't be in the position that I am today. I wouldn't be here talking to you today if I would have did that. I would have probably been an electrical engineer, working in an office or something, doing designs for some building or something. And now that I look at it, as I'm older, it's definitely something that I wouldn't have not want to be doing.
And without saying too much or getting too deep into it, what happened?
I basically got in an altercation with somebody on the campus. I was riding my bike and we kind of ran into each other and he pushed me off my bike and I reacted in a certain way. The next day I came to school and the police basically said that I had assaulted this guy, and I got arrested. And after that, like, it was just basically like a downhill like spiral from there. So I ended up getting kicked out of the college, and basically, like, it didn't put like a fear in my head of like, oh, I don't want to go to school because like something now is gonna like bad happen, or like I have all these eyes on me. It's more of like damn, like I fucked up, I fucked up my own position for myself to like better myself, and like now I don't see myself doing that anymore. And at the time, like I always was beating myself up about it, like, nah, like college ain't meant for you, like you know you got kicked out, like you don't even need to do it, like. But now that I'm older, I feel that I do want to go back, not for like electrical engineering specifically, but probably for something else. Because at the end of the day, that piece of paper means something to somebody, you know, and it does help people get somewhere. It does have some kind of significance.
But what is your sign?
I am a...
And how do you think it kind of correlates with what you do in life and things like that?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. My sign is a Taurus. And you said, like, how does it kind of go, like, how I move in life, right?
Yeah, yeah. And what you do, and you know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think, well, not think, it's facts. Tauruses are very stubborn. And I feel that sometimes that's like one of my best traits. Because in a sense, like, it's not really like my way or the highway, but in the sense of like where if I think of something, and for me personally, like I said earlier, if it's worked for me so many ways and I'm telling a person like, yo, like, this is how it's going to go down, it's worked this way, like, and I know it, I'm not finna, like, how can I say, I'm not going to budge, you know? So like my stubbornness is honestly a good thing for me. Also, what a lot of people don't understand about Tauruses, I feel, is that they have the biggest hearts, like, ever. That they do, like, they show that they have like that rough exterior, you know, because if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Of course, that a Taurus is always like that. They have a hidden secret, like, ticking time bomb, but also they have like a soft side where, you know, if people get to see that side, then it's awesome. It's very different for people.
If you could meet 18-year-old self again, what advice would you give him?
If I can meet 18-year-old self, I would tell him to enjoy life a little more. Definitely. I feel that at a young age, I like grew up hella fast. And in a sense, like, it kind of sucked. Like, since I was like 14, 15, like, I always had a job. Like, I was always working. So I really didn't like get to have fun like all the time. You know what I mean? But that was always like a plus because I always had money in my pocket. So like I never tripped. But I would say enjoy life. Enjoy the little things. And like, don't get caught up like stress on the future. I feel like when I was younger, I always thought about the future and living in the future. I never thought about the present and in the now. And I feel that a lot of people don't do that. We either get stuck in the future or we either get stuck in the past and the things that we could have done. and we don't get to appreciate and value what we have right now and in the moment. And I feel that, if you live in the moment, your life is going to be a lot more amazing. You're going to be able to appreciate a lot more things. And that's, that's just a basic way of like how I live too. I don't really tend to think too much in the future, because I know it's something that I cannot control. But something I could control is the now, is right now. I know that I can change what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 minutes if I wanted to, or you know what I mean?
And kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying, you don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. I'm going to give you an opportunity to move because you're at check. What do you think the world is going to be like for Beto in the next 5 years? What do you think the bike life community is going to be like for the next 5 years? And what do you think the world in general is going to be like in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years. For Beto, I would say I'm going to be traveling like a lot more. And if I'm not traveling, I'm going to be building a brand, building something so I can create generational wealth. The goal is not to be rich, it's to be wealthy at the end of the day. So that's really where I see myself in the next 5 years. Like I said, if I'm not bike riding, if I'm not traveling the world bike riding, I'm going to be grinding for something that, can build off of my name and something to leave from not only my family, but, the community of, San Francisco. And I want to do stuff that's, bigger than myself. So in the next 5 years, for me personally, I want to do things that's going to bring joy to other people. That I feel that that's one of my purposes in life. That one thing that I'm great at is putting a smile on other people's faces and bringing joy and bringing a smile. So if I could do that by the masses, by 5 years, or in 5 years, that'd be amazing. The world in 5 years, honestly don't know. The way we're going right now, there's no way to tell. The bike life community wise though, I feel that in the next 5 years it's gonna be another wave of, kids that are gonna be teenagers. There's a lot of kids right now that are about 9-10 years old that I see like weekly, and it's like, damn, like when you're a teenager, I know you're going to be one of the sickest riders ever, because if you're doing this stuff at 9-10, like, once you get it down, it's going to be insane. So for the bike life community, I feel like there's going to be a lot of new riders. I feel like there might be even a new bike brand that's going to come out. I don't know. That's what I feel like with the bike life community. There's always something to evolve in it. There's always something new. There's always something changing. Like, for example, in the Bay Area, the bike life scene was really big in 2015 through, like, 2017. And it kind of died out for a little bit. And in the end of 2018 through, like, 19 to now, like, it's been just steadily growing. Insanely. Especially in the Bay Area. And it's just awesome. So I feel also like there's going to be a lot of more like unity in the bike life community wise. I feel like now in the past year, there's been a lot of more people who have been kind of like networking wise. Whereas there's a lot of more people coming from New York to California, or going from, California to Miami, or California to New York. And there's a lot of people mixing and, networking. So it's going to build a lot of, doors for a lot of people. And it's going to be cool, honestly.
Man, that's big, bro. And generally speaking, this is just kind of like an off-the-wall question, right? What do you think the world's going to be like in 50 years?
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like, the movie WALL-E?
Yeah.
I feel like the world's probably going to be like that in like the next probably 50 years. Now, I wouldn't say 50, but we're going to start getting close to like that movie. Like, I don't know if you've seen the...
They're already here in San Francisco. I seen them yesterday.
Dude,
They're like
your
riding
little
around.
security things?
Yeah. I mean, no, they were just riding. You know,
Oh, what
all
the
of them
hell?
was like a group of them, right?
Oh, dude, like, I really think that our world's going to be like that, man, where we're not going to need necessarily humans to do anything. You know, we're going to become just so lazy and not wanting to do anything. Because people already are like that. Mm-hmm. In a sense, like, humans are naturally, like, kind of lazy. You know what I mean? If we do get that chance to, like, chill out and relax, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
So I feel that maybe you never know. That's probably a possibility in the next 50 years with the way things are going, especially I don't know if you've seen, is it Saudi Arabia, I think it is? They're trying to make like a 75-mile long like building, a mirror building or something like that.
75 miles?
Yeah. Or
damn.
I think it's like that. They're going to house like 9 million people or something inside of it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, it's insane to think about that. Like, how can you just cram that many people in one spot and just like, just where people's like headspace is going, like technology wise, like it's honestly crazy. We're going so like we're going so towards like needing assistance from everything that like humans don't want to do anything anymore.
I could see that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
If you could be remembered for anything, what would it be?
If I can be remembered for anything.
Or even an alternative is, how would you want to be remembered?
Okay. Let me see what I want to do here. I'll say I would want to be remembered for like my heart. I feel that my heart is my best quality, is my best trait. That I love everybody. Like the word love, like that really means like the world to me, you know what I mean? Because I portray it to everybody. I show love. I say that I am love, you know what I mean? And I give love. And I feel like that's one big thing that I want to be remembered about. Because I said earlier also in the podcast that I feel like my purpose is to bring joy to other people. And so if I could be remembered for that, then, you know, that's a big plus for me. I don't want to be remembered for doing something, or I don't want to be remembered for creating something, or, you know, being somebody who had hella money or something like that, you know. I want to be known for somebody who was true to themselves, who, you know, their heart was their biggest quality and they gave it to, you know, anybody and everyone. You know, I'd literally give the shirt off my back to a person, like, with no hesitation. And my friends have seen it personally in New York. When I went to New York, we were in the subway. It was for actually a big ride out that me and my group, we threw, the Roadrunners. We threw a ride out in New York. And it was late night. We were going to get a chopped cheese in the Bronx. And I was in the subway, and I was wearing a Rugrats like windbreaker kind of jacket. And some kid and his mom gets in the subway, and the kid first thing he says, "Oh, that's the coolest jacket I've ever seen. Where'd you get it? Did you get it at Burlington?" I was like, "Nah, man, like I got it at Zoomies." He goes, "Oh, that's hella cool." And he ends up sitting next to me. And he goes, "Oh, man, like Rugrats, like that's my favorite TV show." This little kid's like 8, 9 years old, and he's all telling me like all the 90s shows that he likes. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I love all that. I love Rocket Power." He starts showing me this notebook, and all I see in drawings are Rugrat drawings. And it's like, damn, dude, like this kid is really serious. Like he's not lying to me that he likes this, you know, this show. So I ended up giving my sweater, the windbreaker, off my back to the kid. I go, "Here," right before I got off. I go, "Here, you can have it." And the kid and the mom looked at me like, "What? Like, why are you doing that?" I go, "No, here, you said you love it. You liked my jacket so much. you could have it. And for me, that was something huge for me, because that showed who I am and showed like where my heart is. I didn't even second guess to give that kid, that sweater, or even think if he needed the sweater or not. You know what I mean? It was just the principle of, the kid was, I don't know. It's just it hit me in my heart. You know what I mean? And I had to give it to him. And so, like I said, if I want to be remembered for something, it's from my heart.
For your heart.
Yeah.
That's an awesome thing to be remembered for. I haven't heard that answer either, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, this is my final question, brother. Before we wrap it up here, let me make one of my last moves here. I think this is actually going to be my last move. Let's see.
Oh, he's coming for me.
Definitely did not plan this out well. But fuck it. What is your next 5 moves? And it can be in general, like shit, I'm gonna go and take a piss, go downstairs, you know what I mean? It could be in life, it could be shit, it could be the chessboard and how you want to strategically, if you had 5 more moves, right, what would you do, right?
Nah, yeah, but straight up.
What is your next 5 moves?
My next 5 moves. Honestly, I don't actually. I do know. Start my own brand. That's one thing I really want to do so bad. I've been talking about it for so many years, and I feel that now I finally have the opportunity to do it. I have the right people around me, and I have I know the right people. I would say
the people you're seeking are seeking you.
Basically, you know what I mean. I feel that. I feel like there's a lot of things that I've been looking for, and it's been coming back to me. Like, and I've been loving it. So one is building my brand. The next thing is I'd say travel a lot more. I'm going to New York in September for a big ride out that they do every year. So can't wait for that. Let's see, what's another step? Honestly, I just want to grow as a person. I already know that I'm great. I'm a great human being. And I know that I am destined for greatness. So I want to be able to unlock that. I've always said that in my life, that I know that I'm not a regular person. I know that I'm not supposed to live a regular life. I'm supposed to live the life that basically I want to live. And if I can find a way to do that, then, I'm going to do that. Another thing I want to do is I want to build something or have, I don't know if you would say like a program or something where like bringing joy to people, like that's like a big thing for me, man. Like I walk down the street and I just trip off it. Like I do that a lot. Like I observe a lot of people and like I'll chill and I'll just, observe, the world around me. And I've noticed that a lot of people don't smile anymore. That there's a lot of people that literally just like walk around with a blank face, You can even just say like how you were saying earlier, like just being nice. You can, be saying good morning. And, they just look at you like, fuck you looking at me for? Or like, what you saying like good morning to me? And I feel that if I could find a way to, bring more joy to people and bring more like smiles to people's faces, then that'd be a big plus to me. If that's, a program not only for youth but also adults, then that would be awesome for me. Because I feel that people like to focus a lot on kids, but at the end of the day, an adult wants to feel like a kid again. They want to have that joy or, have that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just see it, and I'm able to bring that out in people. I'm 25 years old, but I can still chop it up with the little 7-year-old kids and 8-year-old kids and have the time of my life, And they don't even see me as like a grown up, and it's awesome. So I feel like that's a huge thing for me. If I could bring smiles to people's faces, And that's a big step for me. And lastly, I don't know. I want to create not only like a brand, but like my own. I don't know, like my own kind of like music, kind of not DJ or something that has to do with music, because I feel that I'm also a person that loves music, and it is very intrigued by all styles of music. I'm not a person that only listens to rap. I listen to a lot of things, from oldies to funk to rock music. I'll listen to some country, but not all like that. But if I could do something with music and photography, then that's something I'd really love to start to get into.
Do you play an instrument?
Do I play an instrument? I used to play the trumpet. So, I don't know. I should probably get into that again. That'd be cool. I mean, that'd be different now that I'm older. I used to do that in the band. So, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself doing something like that. But the music thing is probably like a big thing, like making beats or something.
Oh yeah, bro. That's dope. That's dope.
Definitely.
Hey man, thank you for being here, bro. Where can the people find you, bro? Right to the camera. Where
The
can
people can find me on Instagram at Beto D, or you can follow my group, the Road Runners, with 2 S's. That's how we're gonna do it around here.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.